Mr. Dujo, we are currently trying to see if we can get your product into the St. Vincent market, which is a very agricultural-based economy. Already they're importing most of the fertilizer they use. They're not accustomed to this type of technology. TIPA is going to be sending a market research officer over to St. Vincent to accompany you together with the Minister of Agriculture of St. Vincent. And you guys will be undertaking various visits to see how we could get your product known. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think that's an amazing initiative. It is very helpful, very timely. As I mentioned, we have a lot of surplus capacity, and we are, this allows us to really produce at a larger, use up more of our capacity. Mm-hmm. And this is something that we welcome, and it's, as you mentioned, St. Vincent is a very agricultural market, mm-hmm. and it's something that we're excited about. It's a way to keep my staff even happier.
Yes. What are your market entry plans for St. Vincent?
I mean, to be frank with St. Vincent, as with the other markets that we're selling, like Barbados, we've learned a lot of lessons, and what we would do is through these site visits with the Minister of Agriculture and the officer from TIPA, we would establish two things. One, understanding our target market. What do farmers look for in a product? Are they focused on the product coverage? Are they focused on the application dilution rate? Are they focused on the price? What do you look for in a product? Number one, what products they presently use, and where the gaps within that our product can fit in. Now, we've already begun some preliminary research, and we've noticed that the similar gaps exist in the St. Vincent market as what existed in St. Lucia. And we've been able to get almost 4 or 5% of the market in St. Lucia over the course of 2 years. Right? So, really and truly, the strategy for St. Vincent is to meet with the relevant distributors who are the equivalent of our Remington company here. Right? If they are not established distributors with established cash flow, selling to us they have established customers, etc. No, we want to deal with the best or the biggest distributor there and build a relationship from there, because as a new product, when our St. Vincent or our Grenadian or any farmer walks into a new store, a store and sees a new product, they feel a little bit more comfortable because it's at that store. They buy everything else from there, so they trust the brand a little bit.
Agreed.
So the plan is to get into the bigger stores in St. Vincent and the other markets, and to really just do what we've done here, go into the field. That's what has made us successful, like going into the field of the farmer, allowing the farmer to use the product, understanding how the product works, seeing the benefits, and that's what we're going to do in St. Vincent.
Okay. You mentioned something about 5% market share in St. Lucia. Normally you get most established export companies, not all, have a very large domestic base before they venture into exporting.
Right.
What would you say are your major impediments to the domestic market, and what can you do to fix those?
The domestic market, if you look at the imports of fertilizers in St. Lucia, the bulk of it is for the banana industry, right? The banana industry has its own constraints and regulations as to what can and cannot be used. We've been trying to get our product into the banana industry for the past 3 years, and there's a lack of willingness to do so. So, unlike a Baron Foods who sells a consumer product that you can just get at Massy, but people use more frequently, it's easier to gain the lion's share of market share over a period of time. For us, the biggest outlet where we can sell our products, which is the banana farmers, it's a very tight area to get into. So our best bet really and truly was what we did do, was to sell to household gardeners, to sell to hotels like Sanders, and to sell to vegetable farmers. I cannot think of, and there are over 1,000 some vegetables, I cannot think of 10 vegetable farmers who don't use the product. So it's widely used as far as that is concerned.
But what you have in that case is that you have a banana industry which has been in St. Lucia for way before you were born. So they have tried and tested, they know what works. Most likely you would have to do some kind of testing on that particular crop yourself, and then be able to showcase the results to get that consumer buying.
What we have finally been able to secure after 3 years, literally, is a trial with the Banana Improvement Unit, which was formed in 2017, 2016. This is something that we're doing actively, because we've done banana farmers kind of use our product backdoor, if you get what I mean. It's not something that Wingfresh would know about. And it boosts they're happy with it, but they cannot buy as I don't want my customers to be using our product and be hinged or be, we want to make this, So long story short, we have secured trials with the Banana Improvement Unit, which is essentially doing trials in Roseau, in 2 farms in Roseau and 1 in Mikun. And from that, I think that we have the basis for gaining even more market share. People see my face and they figure, no, these are the people who make it possible. We'd like to present this product to the Ministry of Agriculture in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as a commencement of bilateral
arrangement.
arrangement.
Thank you very much, and we're definitely going to advance it. Thank you.